Oh, kaboom! The convertible in the left side, I mean, that thing just exploded at the 8th mile. Dell's car had a little smoke coming out of it, and it shut off. Creasy's car looked like it was all right, and then it just grenaded. What's left of the Dodge comes to a stop down at the other end of the racetrack. But that was a huge explosion for Dale Creasy. You can see he's climbing out of the car under his own power up on the Sunoco Vision, and that certainly is a nice sight.
He is the one-man band over here on the Mopar. Wow, Mike Bowman's going to try to punch his way back in again. Jackson goes 5.73.3 at 250, and Mike Bowman goes 5.89 and doesn't qualify because the bump is 5.82. And Mike Bowman has no parachute, and Mike Bowman's heading in the sand, and Mike Bowman is into the net at a very high rate of speed. Bowman, you see Stevie move first, go down the racetrack. Both guys made nice, clean runs. Jackson went to number 2 on that 5.73, and everything seemed according to plan. And here's where things deviated from the plan. As Mike Bowman at this point is throwing the parachutes out, you can see them tangling behind the race car, not blossoming, and here's where his problems begin in earnest. At this point, he knows that the parachutes have not hit, and he knows that he is eating up real estate at a very rapid rate. You can see him centering the car up, trying to come into the center of the sand trap. He's obviously working the brakes, and he scrubbed off. Look at the brakes glowing like the surface of the sun as the car now skids across the top of the sand trap, and here is impact. Note that it scoops the car up, stands it up on end, and leaves it there. So the car came to rest. I don't know if they gave him a escape rope or a step ladder to get out of that thing, but he was sitting there, could basically give us the the weather report because he's sitting straight up and down.
Oh, kaboom! Robert Height blows one up. Tim Wilkerson goes 395 at 308 miles an hour. Robert goes 712 at 51. But that red, white, and blue Auto Cup Chevrolet, about 250 feet or so, went kaboom. Robert climbing out of the top. Oh, kaboom! Cruz lights one up big time. Tim Wilkerson goes 401 at 317 miles an hour, and Cruz Pedregon, his car was just driving right down there. Cruz Pedregon looked like he was right alongside Tim Wilkerson, keeping pace, and then that thing went kablooey. Cruz has got it pulled over and stopped there, and you can see him climbing out of the top of that Toyota. But it's been that kind of year for Cruz.
Robert Height has won the race, but his car has exploded and he is in the wall. Take a look at this one more time. Our Papa John's replay slow motion style.
And you could see the raw fuel that was coming out of the right bank, right side of the screen for us. And that was the beginning of the problem. Look at all the fluid under, and he's actually steering the car. This is sheer instinct for a driver. The wheels were actually continuing to go straight. So Robert had no idea where he was at. However, he could recall where he was last. So instinctively, he was still driving this car. And only good drivers with a lot of experience can do that because he had fire in his face. He had a lot of body parts. I'm sure there was some engine parts. Fortunately, most of them are contained by a lot of the straps and restraints that keep that supercharger on the engine. But